Freedom's the answer. What's the question? You're listening to Ernest Hancock.
Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you want to have a good time, just give me a call.
Oh, another shirt. Yeah, property of nobody, 100% freedom. Hey, you guys keep sending me shirts, man. I keep wearing them. You know, that's just, you know, one of the things that we do here just for grins and giggles. You know, the when 9/11 happened, it was my youngest, Sierra, was 12 years old. I'm sorry, 7th grade? You know, so 7th grade. And I want to, you know, get a perspective, because I know this is something that is shared by, and that's her boyfriend, Georgie, and Dr. Paul. You know, we have a picture up of her there. And then, you know, and then Ron goes, Dr. Paul says, hey, you know, aren't you going to go get in the picture? So I go and get in the picture there. And then, you know, there's my daughters, Rhea, the oldest, and then the youngest, and I have 2 sons in between. And they're all starting to get married. They are buying their own their first homes. They're doing, you know, the adult things. Having grandkids. Yeah, I got a little granddaughter and a little grandson. So this is, our family is invested in this country. And in the country, I mean, in our families, ourselves, our society. I don't equate our society, our culture or heritage with the government. I mean, you know, that mindset is something that they're trying. We could see it coming when we were young and we were just starting to have children, and we had gone through a lot. I was born in '61, so my first memories every night at dinner, sitting around with the family, and we got the news on, is the same footage over and over and over of the Vietnam War. And even as a kid, you know, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, I'm going, don't they got new footage? I mean, it's like watching the smart bomb going down the same chimney all the time. I'm like, seriously. So as time went on, we were able to really understand what's going on. It's programming. When the internet first started hitting, aside from, you know, teenage boys looking for how much pornography they can get, you know, that kind of thing. Well, I mean, there was actual relating with other people directly. And this social networking and so on, it's expanding. There are more, like we'll have Gary Franchi talking at the Freedom Summit, and he's going to be focusing on rtr.org and how that's used as kind of like a Facebook for activists. You know, the revolution is moving to its own social network. Cool. Very cool. Another tool. But I'm not a big, giant fan of, you know, we had an exchange over the last couple of days, Gary and I, and I'm like, hey, man, promote it all the heck. We're right on. I just want you to know the Freedom Summit, it's not about central plans for freedom. It's just another tool in an individual's plan. As long as you look at it that way, you're going to enjoy yourself at the Freedom Summit. Now, I wanted to, in the opportunity that we have here, rare that I can convince her. The only way I can get Sierra to do this, you know, she didn't have to edit the video and everything today and do a bunch of other work. We're going to be going and doing some more family stuff. I said, if you'll come sit in with me, then we'll make it a light work day. So she's there doing some her paperwork, you know, posting stuff up on Freedom's Phoenix. But she doesn't know what I'm going to ask her. So here we go. What I want to know is the internet. You grew up with it. It was, you don't really remember a world without being able to communicate with whoever you wanted to, whenever you wanted to. So I'm wondering what, I mean, be honest, I mean, the main thing that you use the internet for now, outside of work, and you're putting all this in, we'll talk about that in a little bit. I am very curious as to people your age, you're 21 now, you're using the internet to do what? How does it occupy your time?
Facebook.
Well, Facebook is what? What does that mean to you?
It's a social network. I mean, it's just where you find your friends, people you haven't seen in a while, heard from in a while. You can pretty much search anything, schools, area where you live, whatever. You can search anything, hobbies, anything. Find your friends that you haven't seen in a while and connect with them.
Well, what's you guys talking about? You know, the latest fashion trends, your new phone, the conversation goes, because you've made a lot of friends in the last year or so that are considered in the freedom movement. They got to know Sierra. You've been to Libertarian National Conventions, you went to the Porcupine Festival, you went to a lot of other events here and so on. You've been helping at the Freedom Summit since you were like 12. You know, so a lot of people got to know you over the time, and how all you guys are so, you know, capable. And that's the best word. So I need to know, when you are associating with people like you're doing your producing job and so on, and you're starting to talk with your new friends and such, do you focus on some of the news of the day, political stuff, or that's just, we don't care, you're off on something else? So even with the people you know to be in the freedom movement, you're still discussing personal things? What are you guys doing?
A lot of things is just how you doing, you know, how's your dad, of course, you know, because they all know you. Like Laura, she's actually listened to you a few times online.
Laura who?
Burns, my friend.
Oh, from really?
Yeah, she wrote me on Facebook like a little instant message like, oh, I'm listening to your dad right now or whatever, because I guess she saw something on Facebook, your post or something, and so she decided to listen. That was about a month or so ago, and I don't know. I mean, I talk to people about all sorts of stuff, but mainly not really about what's going on, other than, you know, here and there. You know,
well, what is the theme? What is it that is common with everyone? Do they see politics and policy and the economy and all this? Is it distant? Is it out there, or is it starting to affect them and their families? Are they seeing a different lifestyle that they probably didn't anticipate? Because when you went to a private school, I mean, we were the poor kids, okay? You know, we were the poor family. You know, we did everything. We sacrificed a great deal for you guys to go there. And these guys are driving their grandpa gave them a Hummer to school. I mean, you know, everybody got their hand-me-down 2-year-old BMW kind of thing. Are these people still looking into a future that's bright, that they're going to be able to do that for their kids, or are they starting to hunker down?
I have a few groups of friends, like the friends I went to high school with, all they post, you know, on Facebook or talk about is shopping and this and that, you know, the latest trends, that kind of stuff. But the people who I have that are friends with, you know, in the freedom movement and everything, obviously their posts are a lot different about TSA or whatever's going on at that point. So it's just a different kind of, just a different topic, I guess, with different groups of people.
But your friends, these posts and the stuff that you have, the conversations with other people, it kind of rubs off on them. They have to see this stuff. I mean, like you're saying, one of your best friends in high school, you know, she comes from, you know, a comfortable family, and they are, there's a lot of things. Her brother was a big Abercrombie and Fitch model. You know, football star. I mean, you know, the boy had skills. Well, these guys are getting exposed, just like I'm sure a lot of people in the audience, they're getting exposed to this type of world that they normally wouldn't. And that's the point that I'm making about the internet. The cross interest of everyone, all of a sudden, you just have this, I don't know if you'd say it's homogenized, it's just access to all this information and interest. When it becomes of interest to someone how the economy is, or people are looking for work and how they are interacting on their daily basis, and they recognize a problem, all of a sudden they see someone that they respect and knew that they might know a little bit, and all of a sudden they start tapping in. This is happening a lot. We knew this was coming, and things are going to get worse. And I'm hoping that you include a lot of just your family and friends. You don't got to beat them over the head. They'll just come to you and start asking questions. Learn about the answers.